Sacrificial giving. Dear friends, in the readings of today's liturgy, we encounter two widows who gave sacrificially. Elijah, running away from the fury of the king, goes to Zarephath, where he meets a widow. Elijah asks her for a little water to drink and a morsel of bread. The widow replies that she has just enough flour to cook for herself and her son. Her desperate situation is also communicated to Elijah, saying that they are going to eat it and die. But Elijah assured her that God will reward her generous sacrifice abundantly. Trusting in the Lord, she prepared bread for Elijah. God rewarded her generosity. Elijah and the widow and the widow's household yet for many more days. First Book of Kings, chapter 17, verses 10 to 16. Her act was an heroic act of sacrifice at the cost of her life, but she was empowered by her deep trust in the promise of God. God was her highest good, even more than her life. Another incident is taking place in the Temple of Jerusalem, where offerings are made. Jesus is observing the people who are giving their offerings. Many people put in large sum of money. A poor widow came up and put in 2 small copper coins. Jesus told his disciples, "This poor widow has put in more than all those who are contributing towards the offering box. For they contributed out of their abundance, but she, out of her poverty, has put in everything she had, all she had to live on." Mark chapter 12, verses 38 to 44. This poor widow makes a heroic sacrifice, risking her life. Offering in the temple is an expression of thanksgiving and dependence on God. She depended on God completely, and so she gave sacrificially. Both the widows had this in common: their deep trust in God. God was their great treasure, even more than their own life. Jesus teaches us, "What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world but suffer the loss of one's soul?" Matthew 8, verse 36. Jesus is addressing a particular human condition. People feel deep emptiness within them. Some fill up that emptiness with money, pleasure, and power, but it never gets filled. They desire for more. They amass wealth. They grab for more. But a few others accept their emptiness and ask God to fill it up with His divine presence. They are filled to the brim. They also learn to give generously. Paul wakes up to this reality. He refuses to continue to fill his emptiness with the earthly goods and powers, man-made holiness and goodness. He experiences the divine filling. Moreover, I regard everything as loss for the surpassing value of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord. Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. It was the same knowledge of God that moved both the widows whom we encounter today to be generous to the level of sacrificing their own life for the other. Give till it hurts. A friend of mine told me that these were the words inscribed on the tomb of his grandfather. He said, "This has also been the style of life of his grandfather. These words also motivated powerfully my friend in his Christian life of service. Our Christian life is a call to give, to serve, following the example of Jesus who gave himself to us. May our giving be not another way of filling our emptiness, but an expression of Christ living in us, who fills all in all. May God bless us all.